Hey guys, welcome to another Player's Handbook Battle Report. Today we've got a 35-point game, Retribution versus Cryx. It is a steamroller 2012 scenario. This one is Demolition. There are two 8-inch diameter circles, as you can see here on the board. They are 16 inches from the sides, 16 up in opposite corners, and there is a fuel catch 50 mil base interactive objective in the middle. To score points, you have to control the circle on your opponent's side of the board, and you also get a point if you control the fuel catch in the middle, but you have to control it with your caster. Now, the fuel catch is defense 5, armor 20, can be destroyed. It does power 14s to models close to it when destroyed, and if you control it, you can lob fiery AoEs at your opponent, so that should be fun, especially considering who I'm playing today. So we decided to go full out, so we're actually going to run the death clock today, so we're both on a 38-minute timer there, and I know you guys have missed him, so we got Phil back on the channel again.
What's up, guys? I'm back.
Alright, and Phil's going to go over what he's got here.
Got a Magister, Chimera, Battle Mages, Rahn, a Phoenix. Behind the Phoenix here, I got an Arcanist, the Artificer, a minion of Sentinels. Up here with AD, I got a Mage Hunter Assassin, I got Narn, and Epic Eris.
Alright, I'm going to hand Phil the camera here, go over what I got. I had a few requests for it, so I'm going to run Termi again. So I got the minion of the Bile Thralls. Tucked behind here, the Wither Shadow Combine. I've got Lich Lord Terminus, full unit of Mechanothralls, Bane Lord Tartarus, full unit of Bane Knights, and advanced deployed up front, I got the Death Jack. So guys, you know the drill. We'll do round 1, we'll get back to you and hit you with turn-by-turn updates after that. So keep posted for more. Alright guys, we're back at the end of round 1. So Phil, what'd you do? You went first.
Well, Ron kept all of his focus. The Chimera did his little 2-inch apparition. Most of my army just ran forward, so the Battle Mages ran, Magister ran, Chimera walked, Phoenix walked, Sentinels ran, Arcanist ran, Eris stayed still, ran. They ran into the woods here, both the Assassin and Narn. Ron cast Polarity Shield on the Sentinels, cast Force Field on himself, and he walked up, so he's got 3 left. Other than that, I've got 35 minutes left on my clock. I'll switch over to Rich here.
But you can't guess what I did on my turn. Terminus kept the doll, Death Jack got his 2. Death Jack walked, Bile Thralls ran, Mechanothralls ran, Tartarus ran, Bane Knights ran, Wither Shadow walked. Terminus cast Malediction on himself and walked. I also have 35 minutes left on my clock. So guys, we're going to get it started for turn 2. We'll be back at the end of Ret turn 2. Alright guys, we're back at the end of Ret turn 2, and Phil's going to tell us about what happened.
Or what didn't. Well, we started off, Ron dropped all the upkeeps, so he got all of his focus back. He gave out 3 to the Phoenix and 1 to the Chimera. The Chimera then did its apparition move. It then activated the Chimera first. It ran up to here. Ron then activated, moved up a little bit, arced a Chain Blast through the Chimera into the Bile Thralls, killing 4.
Yeah, ended up killing 4.
4, and 1 of them made a tough roll because Terminus gives them all tough. And then he popped his feet, and then he went and did his spells. So then I went and activated my Battle Mages next, who moved up a little bit and spread out, giving the Phoenix a lane. They decided to pull the Death Jack from here over to here, and then back over this way, knocking out a good bit of damage on it. I then activated my Arcanist, who concentrated power on the Phoenix. The Phoenix then declared a charge into the Death Jack, and with average dice, I should have killed it. It's still alive. So, once again, my Phoenix, if you guys remember, can't kill the broadside of a barn.
It is a decrepit Phoenix.
So, finding out my Phoenix couldn't do the job, I moved the Magister up, who hit the Death Jack. He needed 4 boxes to kill it. I got 2 of it down. Moved my Artificer up to try to spell at it. And it missed twice. Well, it missed with a boost into the Death Jack, and then it missed hitting my own models as well. The Sentinels just kind of ran over here to get over to the control zone. Eris slid over, and Narn and the Mage Hunter Assassin slid as well. I've got 26 minutes left on my death clock. So guys, we'll be back after Cryx's turn 2.
Alright guys, back at the end of Cryx 2. So, a few things. Started with Termi, upkept Malediction for free, didn't allocate any focus. The Death Jack got 1 because his left arm was still operational, and that focus doesn't have anything to do with its Cortex. So, Terminus activated, he popped feet, he charged the Phoenix, he spent 4 focus to scrap it. I then had the front battle thrall walk up, purge, did a point or two to the Chimera, killed the 4 battle mages, netting the Deathjack 4 souls, which he immediately spent to heal 4d6 damage, and then didn't do any damage to the Deathjack, but he is corroded.
And how much did he heal back? 18?
18. So he is fully operational. I got a Death Star up in there. Tartarus activated, he walked forward and he cursed the battle mages. The Bane Knights charged Rahn, got 3 guys in on the 2 mages here, killed both of those as well, netting Terminus 2 souls because he was the closer to them than the Deathjack. The Withered Shadow Kanban just walked forward and Admonia dartfired at the Chimera doing a few points. The Deathjack then trampled over the 3 Sentinels and Rahn, killing all 3 Sentinels, netting him 3 more souls for next turn and not hitting Rahn. The Mechanothrons activated and just ran up. I have 26 minutes left on my clock, and one thing of note to mention, as I feel like this will raise questions, when the Deathjack got the souls, just because the feat was up on Terminus, it's still whoever's closer that gathers souls gets them. So the Deathjack being closer to those mages netted him the souls as opposed to Terminus. And that was it, guys. Actually, at the end of the turn, I believe I get a control point, because I have Terminus within 4 inches of the fuel catch, and you don't have any within 4. Maybe the Magistrate, let's find out. Oh, he is, so I don't get a point. Alright, so that's it, guys. We'll be back at the end of Ret turn 3. Back at the top of 3. So, Phil, what did Ret do this turn?
Lift. A lot. Alright, so Rahn gets all of his focus. No spells are out to upkeep. He gives 3 to the Chimera and keeps the rest. Apparition moved over into this area here, and I start to try to figure out a way to kill Terminus, because there's not really much else I can do at this point with the Deathjack that I'm not going to be able to kill it right next to me. So I start off with just getting rid of some Mechanothralls by arcing a spell through them. No tough rolls were made. I had my Magister walk up because the Bane Knights have reach. I needed to get the one out of the way so my Dawn Guard could come in without taking a free strike. So he comes over, punches one, makes a tough roll, punches him again to clear him out of the way. I then decide to shoot Epic Eris at Terminus because Eris strips away upkept focus. Since he's got a little bit over boost, I'm like, okay, let me try to get rid of this. I hit him, he sock pawns the Mechanothrall, who makes his tough roll. Go figure. I then charge in the Sentinels. I need a 7, and I get nothing. So, 3 straight misses. My Narn then activates. He was over here, charges in with acrobatics and get over the Bane Thralls, comes in and does 9 points of damage to Terminus on the first hit. Then hits with the second attack as well, but doesn't break armor. Not surprising, needing dice, what was I? Dice minus
9, yeah.
Dice minus 9. So, okay, I've got him down to about half. I got a shot at this. My Assassin charges over here and misses. My Chimera comes over, tries to do a combo strike, thinking it's dice minus 6. He's got about half focus left. I might be able to get lucky, get some good rolls, and he misses 3 straight attacks. The combo strike and then the 2 bought. So that's the end of my turn. Really, not much else happened. Mechanic didn't do anything. The Magister came up and got a Mechanothrall out of the way before the Dawn Guard charged, but that's about it.
Alright, guys, so we'll be back at the bottom of turn 3, see what happens. Alright, guys, back at the end of Cryx turn 3. I actually forgot to take my Vengeance move because I'm totally a noob at this game. So I started with Terminus. He had 6 focus, plus the 2 souls for 8, and Malediction was upkept for free by Admonia. He cast Ravager on himself, and then proceeded to kill everything within 2 inches of him. The last Berserk attack and went on this Mechanothrall, but the Mechanothrall made this tough. Activated Tartarus, he charged the Mage Hunter Assassin. Thresher, he missed both of them, but then he cursed the Mage Hunter Assassin. Bane Knights advanced, killed the Magister and the Assassin. The Mechanothralls took a charge run order and charged up, killed the Magister. And then the Deathjack killed Rahn. 2 attacks, boosted damage on both at dice plus 2. So that was game. The end times were 17:52 for Phil and 20 minutes left for me. So just kind of give you guys a little more scope on how long our games tend to take too. So we'll be back with Models of the Match and Afterthoughts. Alright guys, we're back with Models of the Match and Afterthoughts. For me, this game, it was definitely a no-brainer. It was definitely the Deathjack. He attracted the attention of at least half of Phil's army on turn 2, and the Decrepit Phoenix just couldn't get it done. Left him with 2 boxes, and then after that, he got the souls healed up. He trampled, killing a few models, and then killed Rahn at the end of the game. So I don't really know what actually confers a model of the match award to a model, but if anything, the Death Jack definitely very clearly got that from my army this game.
You really didn't need the whole rest of your army.
I didn't. The Death Jack, yeah, whatever.
I just lost to the Death Jack.
All right, and Phil?
My model of the match is Narn because, well, out of my one last-ditch assassination run, Narn is the only model that hit twice. Every single other thing I threw at Terminus there to kill him missed, needing average dice or lower.
Eris hit. Technically, she did hit. I mean, I'm saying.
Point being, he actually did some damage to Terminus and kind of just came out of left field to get in there. I didn't know if he was going to make it or not, so that's why he's my model of the match, because he managed to hit in an assassination run and do, what, 9 to him?
Yeah, he did 9. Almost
half by himself, so that's my model of the match.
Okay, so as far as that results, first thing I'm going to say is me and Phil don't get near the chance to play that we used to. We are on exactly opposite life schedules, work schedules, everything. So it was good getting to play him again, but I have definitely noticed that your bad luck has continued against me.
I've had, what, 6 months off playing you almost, and I still can't kill you?
Well, I mean, you've beaten me. It's just that your dice hate you when you play me. I think those dice were meant to be mine, actually, is what it was. I don't want them.
But no, it's good to get back down, get back on the channel. I haven't had a lot of other games, I could say, outside of going up to Adepticon to play recently. So it's good to just get back into the swing of things, knock off the dust off of my Ret. So I'm looking forward to get back up here, get a couple more armies out, start playing again. So, yeah. Overall, I don't think I could have really done anything else outside of maybe getting new dice or a new Phoenix model.
I feel like I should also point out a lot of my little kind of wonky strategies just really worked out and paid off this game, and I had some pretty insane dice rolls, and this was a classic game of Phil's dice were crap all game and my dice were hot all game. So you factor that in. It definitely wasn't a bad game. There were a couple turns I was kind of worried, like when I feeded and only got 2 souls on Termi. I thought, with all the assassin stuff, there was definitely a possibility of getting killed there. But then Phil, proved me wrong by missing like 6 attacks. So it's definitely a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying Terminus. He's definitely different for Cryx. He's not quite as shenanigan as I like, but the armor's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed the game with Phil. I think we're pretty much going to be playing only Steamroller 2012 scenarios with Death Clock from now on. It's just
good practice.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets you got to know your rules down because you're on a clock. Make sure you can't stall, and throws in a kick or two into your traditional game because the scenarios have, I guess you could say, different aspects to them you don't get in a normal game, like blowing up or adding fireballs, which sadly we didn't get to use because none of us got to have the area uncontested.
Yeah, this would have been the first turn I would have got a point, but that was also the Keshko turn. Some of the Steamroller 2012 scenarios seem really, really hard to pull off by scenario, but
I just don't see a point to them. If you get points for killing the caster, in most of them, they're hard to. You're going to be wiping your opponent off the board anyways. At least in my experience with them so far.
Yeah, well, there's a few that are a little easier. I've definitely played a couple, like at the. I guess that's not something I should talk about on camera, but there was a May 17th tournament. I got a couple scenario wins there, but it just depends. Like, a lot of them are really hard, though. I'm sorry for that random ramble. Maybe I'll edit that out. I'm probably not, because I'm real lazy. Alright, guys, so anything else, Phil?
Nothing. Just keep in tune for more Player's Handbook, guys.